Light souls and dark souls are quite rare phenomena. According to my observations, about 80% of the world's population are so-called young souls. Their main task is to gain diverse experiences and try out many roles. One of the most notable traits of young souls is their need to be on the same wavelength as the majority of other people, otherwise, they feel uncomfortable. They are highly susceptible to external influences, and their life path and views depend heavily on their surroundings. Young souls find it challenging to consciously choose their path based on inner principles and feelings. Therefore, it is difficult to categorize them as following a dark or light path. Among the remaining 20%, most people are somewhere in the middle between good and evil. They understand the importance of doing good deeds and helping others but often behave poorly due to various life situations and emotions. In the end, only a small percentage of souls act consciously and follow a clear path. Some of these souls have firmly decided that they enjoy the suffering of others and are willing to trample over others to achieve their goals. Let's call this group dark souls. But fortunately, there are also other people. Those who have firmly decided to strive towards the light, no matter how difficult it may be, and who do not deviate from this decision. I call these individuals light souls, and they are the focus of this video. What distinguishes light souls from other people? Outwardly, there is no difference. They do not have halos above their heads and look quite ordinary. However, the internal differences are immense. Here are some key traits. 1. In the presence of light people, even upon first meeting them, you feel comfortable and relaxed. This happens because we subconsciously read others' thoughts and emotions, even if this information only partially reaches our conscious mind. A light person is, above all, someone who loves others and does not judge them. Thus, there is an inner understanding that you can be completely honest with such a person without fear of harsh judgment. But do not confuse them with manipulators who skillfully gain trust and then exploit it. Manipulators actively try to make a good impression, showing interest, looking into your eyes, and offering encouragement. A genuinely light person may do none of this. Their presence alone feels comforting and welcoming. Even before they speak, they emit an aura of calmness and kindness. 2. One of the main signs of a light person is the absence of judgment. They do not judge people or the world around them, and this extends beyond words. Light people genuinely think this way. Of course, they do not engage in long philosophical debates about their non-judgmental nature, as doing so would be judgmental in itself. Light people simply avoid conversations and groups that categorize people as smart and good or foolish and bad. 3. All this does not mean that light people never experience negative emotions and are always relaxed and blissful. Sadly, that is impossible in our world. But when a light person feels hurt, disappointed, or upset, they stop the flow of negativity within themselves and do not spread it further. They do not take out their bad moods on others, do not generalize mistrust from one betrayal to everyone, and so forth. Do light souls fight back against their offenders? It depends on the situation. For example, if someone tries to verbally insult or humiliate a light person, they will not lower themselves to retaliate with insults. They may present evidence to restore their reputation if necessary. But in cases of physical attack or violence, appropriate defensive measures might be taken, though these would be as humane as possible. 4. A light person constantly monitors their thoughts and emotions, striving to keep them pure. They deal with external negativity as quickly as possible. Do not confuse a positive outlook with joy, euphoria, or rose-colored glasses. These are different things. Light people are not naive, they understand their loved ones have flaws, and the world is imperfect. The key is that they consciously focus on the best. They see the best qualities in others and the potential for positive development in the world. Such people intuitively know, and some are absolutely certain, that thoughts shape reality. Their mental energy contributes to making their loved ones better and the future brighter and happier. Those who one day wish everyone well and happiness and the next conclude that the world is cruel and unfair have not yet matured to the light path. Is it true that light people live modestly and sacrifice everything for others? In my opinion, the image of a light soul is somewhat distorted in our culture. Some believe these people must constantly give away their last shirt to others. It seems that having an average or good income is shameful for a light person because so many others are in need. They must give everything away. In my view, it is somewhat different. In my observation, those who sacrifice everything and live poorly are not usually light people, but those with a strong guilt complex towards others. This often results from improper upbringing, childhood trauma, and low self-esteem. People inclined to self-sacrifice often do so because they subconsciously consider themselves inferior and unworthy of love. They try to prove their goodness and earn love by neglecting their own interests for others' comfort. A light person's motivation is different. They do good deeds not for any bonuses, real or imagined, but because it brings them joy and satisfaction. They feel it makes the world better. A light soul will not prove to others that their sacrifice is great and must be appreciated. Doing good comes naturally and pleasantly to them. Therefore, they do not need to go to extremes and deprive themselves for the approval of others. Light people may live modestly, have an average income, or even be well off. Their essence remains unchanged. They will help others within their means. So now you know who light souls are. Let's discuss in the comments whether you have met such people or perhaps you are a light soul yourself. Give a like and share this video with friends if you found it helpful. See you next time on my channel, where we will continue exploring the mysteries of spiritual growth and development. Goodbye, and may light and wisdom always accompany you on your path.